Here we go!
Hey there, my Angry Cadets, dudes and dudettes, and ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls. I'm just doing a quick video. Me and the Special Squadron, as I'm going to call them, which is basically me, Nif, Badwolf, and Sir Hugs, were playing this last night, and we struggled, to be very honest, or at least I did, to get the hang of the controls and all the rest of it. Basically, the training missions that I'll show you now. There's missions and videos. The videos, if you click on them, it takes you to the Internet Explorer or whatever it is, and you watch videos. But the missions are as follows. You get loads of combat training, loads of like travel training, which is, you know, what you do in the game pretty much to get between planets and systems. The size of this game is immense. It's just absolutely unbelievable. But even doing the training, for me personally, it wasn't as straightforward as what most games are. Most games you do like a half-hour tutorial and you pick all the controls up and you get it. But there's so many controls, it is unbelievable. So what I thought I'd do me idiot guide to how to play this game, and just in layman's terms, and just the controller and all the bits and pieces that I've just learned from messing about on it, basically, just so it helps. So just go to full game, open play. So here we go, guys. These is one of the docking stations that you can land at, and you refuel, you get missions, etc, etc, etc. And as you can see, it's very, very pretty. I really do like the look of this game, but it's very, very realistic in regards to, as you know, flying sims and all the rest of it. See, it does a lot of the stuff itself. So basically, okay, it's tripping out. Basic controls are: the right bumper is to go forward, speed up, and the right button is to bring it back down to 0, and you can go in reverse. Right trigger is for shooting, and if you press it and your guns aren't out, they'll come out, and then you can proceed to shoot loads of things. And the controls are really weird in regards to the sticks, in regards to flying. So what I'll do, I'll show you this. I'll return to surface, and we'll go back up. We'll just get a gist. I don't want to ramble too much and, you know, get confused in it all. So basically, you're on the surface, you're ready to launch. So wait for it to finish doing what it's doing, and click launch, and it'll say ready to go. And if you usual, pull back on the D-pad, your ship will go up. Press an old right bumper, and you'll speed up. And there you go. We're now in space. And it might not look like you're moving-ish, but you are. You can see the odd star whizzing past you. Now, the right stick as it stands will strafe the end of the ship, and you can do it up and down slightly and left and right. And basically, your left stick will move your ship. So I'll just slow down a bit so you can see this. And if you click the left stick, you get alternate flight controls, which basically turns your ship into a strafer. So you push left and right, it'll go left and right, up and down, it'll go up and down, which is good to keep in mind for when you're landing at docks, because it is very difficult. And you will, it inverts the controls for your left stick. So, where to begin? You've got, if you click your right stick, because at the moment it's controlling your ship, if you click the right stick, it lets you free move. So if you look at your left, there's your navigation panel, and you click your bumpers to go across, and ignore all that because I'm rubbish. Transactions are your contracts that you get from your stations. Contacts are stations that you go to, which you have to go on to and request docking when you come up to a ship, and you have to do it within 7.5 kilometers of the station. So that's how you do that. And then there's other bits and pieces at the end, like if you've got cargo on board and other contracts. So if we look to the right, you've got your status of your ship and other people. I'll be honest, I haven't really messed with any of this. It's if you update your ship, you can do different bits and pieces. All your weapons, and again inventory functions, etc, etc. If you look to the right hand side, you've got your landing gear, and it's on, so you've still got it out, so it'll slow you down. So if you press your right stick, you can zero back in, and it pulls you back to the thing. Press an old B, and you'll see at the bottom there, landing gear. Press that, and there you go, and you get a bit more speed for it. Now this is fully 3D, and if you see your map at the bottom, you know, things do come out in 3D. So if they're in front of you, like you see with the left and the right, the little blue dots, or squares should I say, one's like above you, So you'd have to do that, and you know, etc, etc. So it's something to be very, very wary of. If you press A, it'll lock on something that's in front of you, and it'll tell you the kilometers, which is really, really handy for when you're chasing people down or you're looking for your mates online. So let me just stop this. So basically, the little bars, if you will, next to where your fuel is and your mass load, landing gear, cargo scoop, are your how can I put this? Your engine capacity of what you want to put in it. So basically, it's the D-pad, the top three. The system is the left D-pad, engines up, and your weapons are your right. So basically, if you're in a dogfight, you want your weapons all the way up. If you're chasing somebody down in a contract, you want your engines all the way up. If you're being shot at and you know you're not going to win, whack it all to your systems and your engine. If you press down, makes it back even. So there you go. Basically, in regards to controls, if you press B, which is very annoying and you'll find out rather quickly, it's like a boost, and it just uber boosts you really quickly. I think it's good for if somebody's shooting at you and you know you want to get away quite quick. You just basically press it and it humps you forward. And in regards to the rest, if you press and hold X, it brings up this little quick menu, if you will. Roll panel is the one in the middle, which is your basic map. To get back, by the way, you just press the same again, so press and hold X. Systems panel is the one on the right, which I've just shown you. Comms panel is good if you've got loads of your mates on and you make them your wing commanders, and you can go in there and you can say invite to wing, etc, etc, and then you can, you know, do your usual messing about. Oh, sorry, wrong one. And target panel is the one on the left. Basically, you use this for navigating to different places. So if you put like a navigational point on it and then point it in the direction, it'll take you to it, which I'll show you that in a moment. In regards to Super Cruise, Galaxy map, system map is fairly straightforward. Your system map is the map of the system that you're currently in. So let me just load this up and you can have a look. So there you go. It shows you the different stations and, you know, the different bits and pieces you can go. So what I'll do, I'll put a mark on that just because, and I've marked it so for that. Galaxy map is basically the whole map of the whole game, and I don't mistake me when I say it is huge, so huge. It is massive. You press X to go up and down through the layers, and you get off it and you move with your left stick, and you move about with your right stick, move the camera about, and you can go onto planets that you want to go to. You can select them, plot the route, and then if you go into your navigation map, you can pick it and it'll set you to it. So if you press and hold B, this brings up all your bits and pieces. You got a classified camera mode, which lets you just have a troll about. It's like you're floating in space type of thing. You can either you press B and right to get back off it. Put your landing gear up and down. You do have ship lights, but it's the only way you can tell if they're on or off is by the sound that they make. You know, gearing down. And your cargo scoops for if you're picking up any cargo into your cargo bay. So let's get on map. Let's have a look. Trevithick Dock. So if you click on Trevithick Dock, engage Super Cruise, it'll charge up, and it'll do it itself.
Ready to engage.
And then give it a load of throttle.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
And there you go. You're currently super cruising. Super cruising is basically it's just under like warp speed, if you will. And if you're super cruising and there's a lot of other people super cruising, you'll see them. If you drop out of super cruise, you won't see them. Now, if you see the plot map is at the bottom, there's a little like crosser to the top left, and the blue dot is basically your location. So you want to line that up, and that's where you're going pretty much. Your speed is on the right hand side, which is your bumpers top and bottom. You want to keep it in the blue, which is just a bit sexy. It just helps. And your heating of your engine is on the left. Now if it gets too hot, you do have some serious problems. Now if you keep it in the blue, it should unwarp itself. Now when we get there, I'll talk to you about hyperdriving, which is very different. It's basically for going between galaxies. So we'll get here and then we'll see what happens. Now, as you can see, we're coming in quite quick. It will tell you to disengage if you keep the speed on the right of your map at the middle. If you keep it in the blue, it should say disengage Super Cruise, and it should do it all for you. But I've had a few occasions where it's not done. I think it's more, you know, user error than the game not doing what it's supposed to. But the blue circles there it's basically a planet. You can't really run into planets. You just kind of bounce off them, which is pretty good. But the blue circles are the gravitational pull. Safe disengage ready. So basically, you press Y. Pow! And there you go. That is Traffic Dock. I think that's how you pronounce it. So that was Super Cruise. So that's the top one. So if you press Y, if you just press Y on its own, it'll do it automatic. As long as you've got everything planned in where you're going, etc., etc., it'll do it. But if you haven't, if you press and hold it, you can automatically do it. And the hyperspace at the bottom, the same thing again. If you pick a galaxy that's a galaxy far, far away, and then press that, it'll jump you and it'll do it. So with this one, I think if memory serves, you have to dock on the outside. The ones where you dock on the inside are a bit of a pain in the backside. But yeah, what I'll do, I'll slow down and I'll show you the general gist. So go to this, go to contacts, Traffic Dock, request docking.
Docking request granted.
There you go. And it'll tell you, when it says proceed to landing pad, it'll tell you a pad. It says 1, and you've got 9 minutes, 50 seconds to get there. But can I see dock 1? Oh, that was a stroke of luck. So I'm basically just using...
Landing gear not deployed.
There you go, so it's telling you. So, landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Basically, if you... There you go. If you basically wiggle the sticks, and if you press the left stick down, it changes your control so that you can do it. And once you get into a certain spot, there you go, it'll grab you. So if you go to Starport Services, you can look at your contracts, your weapons, your fuel. So basically, if you go looking for new galaxies, you have to basically make sure there's a station for you to reload and all the rest of it. So yeah, there you go, guys. I mean, that's pretty much the be all and end all. This is not a game I would normally play, I'll be very honest. It's a bit too much thought involved in it, and I had to go to some of the missions last night, and it's just not for me. It's not my type of game, but it is absolutely beautiful. As you can see, it's very, very well made. It's just immense, and the thought of it is just absolutely fantastic. But yeah, there you go, guys. I hope this has been some help. Feel free to comment and ask me any other questions. I will try and help. I'll be very honest, the main man that does all this is Nif666. So I mean, if you ask me any questions, I can certainly ask him because he's the man in the know. But yeah, there you go, guys. As always, yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. Subscribe to join the Angry Army, and you'll always be enlisted, always be a part and parcel. And like I say, big shout out to my guys, Bad Wolf, Sir Hugs, and Nif. We had a good night last night playing this. It was good. So yeah, there you go, guys. So thank you very much for watching, and as always, stay angry. Cheers.